government.
Made in Bristol. This is BCfm 93.2.
And I'm joined in the studio now by Mohammed Makawi, who has the show after us. Hi, Mohammed. Welcome to the Politics Show.
Hi, Tony. Hi.
Yes. Well, we normally hear you afterwards, but we have you on today because of the Mohamed Makawi case, particularly, and the fact that there were various attempts to recruit him and many others to the security services, MI5. And I understand you had a similar type of an experience, which is fascinating. So can you just take us through it?
Yeah, and that's a long time ago, like 98, 99, and I was just a newcomer to Bristol.
From?
I came from London, and before that I was in the Sudan. So I was 2 years in London. I moved to Bristol to do work experience with British Aerospace, the Airbus.
Okay, just tell us a bit about your job, your profession.
I was an aircraft maintenance engineer. And that's why I moved to Bristol. And I came, and 2 years I was doing a part-time job with Pakistanis brothers, and they are involved in at that time Bosnia and Herzegovina was going, and they doing a charity work, and I was working in one of their petrol stations as a part-time after I do my work experience in the British Aerospace. By accident, I don't know, I've been witness in a criminal act or a crime. So the two CIDs, they came to take my statement.
What did you see? What crime? What did you see?
I didn't see anything. Just by accident, my neighbor, the council offered me a flat here in around Easton. I took it. Was in the flat for 2 months. A lady, she came and she asked me to provide her with the mail of, and she was my ex-neighbor by coincidence. And she said, "Can you pass me the mail of the man who used to live here?" And I said, "I don't know the man who used to live here, and I'm not going to do that. Why you want it for?" She said, "My boyfriend, he is tried to kill that man, which is the man who used to live in the flat where I am living now. So it's attempting murder, and it's about gangs, the drugs gangs and stuff like this. And I wasn't involved, but they took my statement and they went. And they moved me from my flat because to protect me as a witness, because they said after I signed the statement, they said, "You're going to be a witness. Until here, we are fine." After they moved me from my new flat, there's one, I thought he's a CID, but he wasn't. He came every week, like chatting about the court and the case, and But after 2-3 visits, I discover who is real. He's MI5 recruiter.
Did he actually tell you that? How did you discover?
He did. I mean, after because he came in a friendly way of telling me, "What do you think working with us?" I said, "Who is us? Who are you?"
Right, so he was almost trying to get you to guess who he was working for.
Yeah, exactly. And because before that, he asking me about my Muslim community and about some personnel I know very well, and I didn't know he know about them.
So did he ever actually show you any credentials to prove what he said?
No, he didn't. But he said, "We know about these people, and we want you to pass us some information, and if you work with us, that will be good for you." At that time, I was applying for an asylum.
Ah, right. So the implication was
political asylum, yeah, because I came from as a refugee, and so I said, "So what I'm going to gain out of it?" Because I want to try to play him and to take some information out of him. He said, "We're going to guarantee you your status, and we're going to give you money by the side, and everything you ask is going to be fine. And even he gave me a nickname when I call the number.
A code name?
A code name, yeah.
What was the code name?
A Playboy or something like this.
Okay. So did you take the money?
No, actually, I refused it straight away, and I gave him a lecture, and I kicked him out, actually. I said to him, listen, I came from a country because I am being oppressed over there, and I hate the security service because they used to spy on me. Do you expect me to spy on my own people or anyone in that matter? So I was firm with him. I said to him, I don't want to see your face until the court day. And that's what happened, actually. And he said, okay, but don't tell anybody. I said, that's not up to you to tell me. You came, I supposed to be a witness in a criminal case, but now it's moved to be a spy case, and I'm not going to be your spy, and I'm not going to spy on my own community and my own people. And that's about 17 years ago we're talking.
Well, that's a fascinating story, Martin. It almost seems as if this whole area of ganglands and criminality was used to almost suck Mohammed into a situation where the security services, MI5, were actually trying to kind of compromise him into playing ball with them.
Yeah, well, the way they justify this is to say that they need to infiltrate these organisations, and that's why they say that. But a lot of the people who end up taking the blame for these attacks are people who are vulnerable, who've been manipulated into a position where it looks as if they are the guilty parties. But, of course, these people are not really very successful as terrorists.
Well, they must have looked at Mohammed and said, well, in a way, he's vulnerable because he wants to get his asylum.
Exactly, that's it. But unlike some of these other people, he's an educated person, he's got resources and so on, so you're able to bat it off. But if you have been in trouble with the law or mental health issues or drug problems, then, of course, those can be used against you. And, of course, the purpose of this is to actually set up, create fear in the community about Islam and Muslims, and also to achieve various geopolitical goals. The actual blowing things up isn't done by those people.
As I targeted a lot of my community, actually, so many of them, they came to me after that, and many of them, some of them, they live with me, and when they come through, even from Edinburgh, Belfast, whichever, through the airport, they been stopped and been asked this question, and the same person, the same MI5 person, he was in the airport once. I went to pick up my friend, and by accident he was staying with me, and he said to him, I stay in number so and so with Mohammed Makawi. He said, Mohammed Makawi. I said, and when he was coming out, he was following him. And he said, don't look, because that guy, I said, who? And I recognized him straight away. And when he saw me, he turned back. So,
well, you've been in the middle of it, man.
Oh, yeah.
We don't realise that when we listen to your Arabian Nights show every Friday evening. Yeah. Martin, do you think this is pretty commonplace? And it's interesting that a lot of this anti-Islamic stuff started after Operation Cyclone, didn't it? And Mohammed's talking there about the Kosovo War too.
Yeah, well, during the Kosovo War, in Bosnia in the 90s, there was these international Islamic brigades that have been sent to Afghanistan, to Bosnia, and now into Syria. Yeah. These are all orchestrated by Western intelligence services. Did you see what happened the other day? That girl, British girl, the Turkish police have arrested the person that was infiltrating her into Syria, and it turns out he's a Canadian, a spy for the Canadian government.
Well, we haven't heard that on the news.
No, it's out there in the mainstream news in the rest of the world.
Yes, but not here.
But what's beginning to happen is that we're not hearing the full truth.
So,
about
for example, the young girl from Bristol that went over to Syria, the 3 girls that went over to Syria, almost certainly entrapped by the security services.
We don't know who entrapped them, but we know that these groups are working hand in glove with Western
necessarily by our own people.
With the Saudis, the Turkish military, MIT, all of these people are recruited recruiting international jihadists to go into
Anyway,
Syria.
Mohammed, I wonder if you've got any kind of tips for people that think that they might be being recruited by the security services from your experience.
Yeah, actually, I don't know who being recruited, because when they get recruited, you don't know about them, because it's been a top secret. And they tell them not to do and not to talk to anyone. And I know our community is being infiltrated. And but I'm telling the rest of the community who's not been corrupted yet, or been asked by the secret service, I mean the MI5 or MI6, whichever, not to cooperate with them.
But don't you agree that they have to do something to at least to have some kind of infiltration of these groups?
Yeah, but who made them in the first place? I mean, MI5, MI6, the Western and CIA, and all of them.
Yeah, I mean, the record is clear. These groups, particularly under Operation Cyclone in the 1980s, were set up by MI6 CIA. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. Osama bin Laden definitely worked for the CIA. Mm-hmm. So when they say... the story is they then lost control of these groups. I don't believe it.
No, me too.
Okay, well, thank you both very much for a bit of an insight into the man behind the Arabian Nights show, which comes on after this show. Thanks very much, Mohammed Makawi.
Thank you, Tom.
You can listen again to any shows at bcfmradio.com and leave comments about your favourite programmes. BCFM 93.2, your interactive station 24 hours a day.